Hello guys, R1 here. You may have to bear with me just a little bit. For the next few videos, I've decided to invest the small amount of money that YouTube has garnered me to upgrade my editing software. So if things are a little different or a little odd, I'll be doing some experimenting in the near future. Starting with this video, which is an arcade battle, ground forces, on the jungle map. And I'm taking out a couple of tanks that I normally don't prefer. Not that I have anything against Russian tanks, but I don't normally go cruising around in the T-34s. They're just not my favorite tank in War Thunder. It took me a little while to get used to the fact that they actually suck at playing tentatively. You kind of have to be a little aggressive and a little cagey when you're playing the T-34. Because I'm not comfortable in them, occasionally I've made the mistake of trying to cautiously engage targets at range, and that has never worked out well for me. I think they lack a little bit of punch at longer ranges. But if you utilize their speed and agility, you can get to medium, short, or point-blank combat ranges fairly efficiently, and their guns can do some serious work. Now, I'm taking out the premium T-34 for my first tank in this match. I really do. I always feel a little bit silly taking out this particular tank with its white and green camouflage. It kind of stands out. I'm hoping perhaps I'll blend into the rock as well as the jungle, but it's kind of a forlorn hope. It actually doesn't do too badly. Immediately, I will engage a group of tanks crossing over the center of the map. I'm trying to form a beachhead, a perimeter, if you will, to keep the enemy from advancing on the cap so that my teammates can flank around and get to it easily. And I've run into a bunch of American light and medium tanks, mostly light tanks in this case, and they're pushing me pretty hard. I've managed to deter them from pushing up through the center of the map here and get in some pretty good hits, although I missed that one. I ricocheted right off the ground. I have to watch it. My reload is a little bit slow. There's the first kill. I managed to damage him earlier, and he finally goes down. Now, I find myself a little bit isolated here from the rest of the team, unfortunately. And to make matters worse, as I call in artillery, I notice that there is an enemy Stug that has crept up the river and is behind me. And I should have let him go, but instead I can't help but take a shot at him and set him on fire, and I know that's probably not going to kill him. And when I did, as soon as I turned my turret, this fella in front of me is immediately on me and causes me damage. Now, I'm going to have to repair. So I'm going to pull back. I'm going to hope that he leaves me alone long enough for me to get in my repair. I'm going to hope that the Stug is damaged enough behind me that it takes him some time to turn around, because he's got a perfect shot at my side. He's going to take me out. I know he's going to kill me. He didn't burn up. I'm not getting damage messages. I will take advantage of this guy blundering right in front of me, though. I do have a teammate approaching that Stug, but too late. He finally turns around and he puts one in. He had a perfect position to do it. I knew it was coming. I just wish that Sherman could have advanced far enough to put enough pressure on that Stug that he didn't have time to seek revenge on me. Well, that's all right. Now I'm going to jump to the T-34 1941. This is actually a pretty good little tank. Again, not my cup of tea, but I'm determined to make the most of it and to get better with them, because that's really the only way you do get better. Now, that Sherman that I was hoping would cover my back is Benny Boy. And Benny Boy is engaged with that Stug now. I guess better late than never. And they're having a bit of a duel, which I blunder into. And I don't stop. I've decided that I'm going to play this match relatively aggressively. I'm going to try and maximize the strengths of this tank. Benny Boy's actually set him on fire, but I owe this guy. Sky Captain. Yeah, Sky Captain took me out, and I want to return the favor, so I'm going to set him on fire again. Now, Benny Boy had already set him on fire once, and so had I. So I know this guy is out of fire extinguishers. I'm going to ignore him, which may or may not be a smart thing to do. He's still firing on Benny Boy. I'm going to let them just battle it out behind me. Conceivably, it was a bad decision. He could turn around and nail me again, but I really don't think so. I think he's a little too messed up. Now, I called in artillery on this Panzer III, but he got a shot into me when I did that. And we're going to try and make sure we don't deal with that again. Now, the Stug just blew up behind me. Someone has taken out my immediate threat here, and the way is now open for me to get to the position that I originally wanted to get to. I want to get to some higher ground that's in the center of this map. That way I should be able to lay down covering fire for most of the approaches to the cap. And I think we have enough people over there. Oh, well, AI tank. We'll have to deal with him. I think that we have enough people over by the capture point to take the capture point and hold it. Well, as soon as I get done with these AI tanks, we'll try our best to cover the approach from the enemy spawn points. They're going to have to come across the river at some point, and I think I can get a good angle on it from up here. Okay, finally have cleared the way of annoying AI-powered tanks. I've got targets across the river already, and I want to get up here to my left, but I don't want to expose my flank while I do it, so we're going to lay in some fire. And he's got company over there, so I'm going to have to be a little bit careful on this approach. But I've got some good shots. They don't seem to be paying any attention to me. There's another one down. We may be able to take this fella out too before we proceed. Oh, it's an NPC tank, an AI tank. Not a big thing, but I don't like having them behind me on the map. It's very distracting to have red on the map behind you when your flank is going to be more than a little bit exposed. Most of my team is in front of me now. Now, as they get killed, oh, there are some good targets there. If they get killed, they'll come in and spawn in behind me for the most part, and hopefully cover me a little bit better than Benny Boy did. I think Benny Boy's moving forward, though. He's going to provide some close support. That's cool. Time to redeem yourself, Benny. Try for another shot. Well, I missed that. Whoa, I'm getting strafed and suicide attacked by aircraft, but that's alright. The smoke and flames may mask my approach, and holy smokes, there's the bulk of the enemy team right in front of me with their sides exposed. Haha. Well, I'm going to put a shot in the side of that Stug. I didn't get a kill out of that, but I think I hit him pretty good. I'm going to lay in artillery and see if I can rain on somebody's parade here. It's a great side shot on this Sherman, and he goes up right away. That worked out nicely. Well, I think it's time for me and this T-34 to start doing some work. Oh, that was Sky Captain again, and a Panzer IV this time. And he's not looking at the cap, he's looking at me. I think he's a little upset with me, and I really don't blame him. There we go. Let's see if we can take him out this time. Got him. Alright, he really probably shouldn't have sat there. Holy smokes, they've already got guys up threatening the cap. They're up on top of that hill. They're shooting down at me. There's a Stug. That was a lucky shot. I'm not going to say that that was pure skill. That was more luck than anything else. Try and catch that fella in the turret, but I missed that one. Skim right over the top of him. Well, that's alright. We are in a target-rich environment. I can't point my cannon in any particular direction without it traipsing across some of the enemy team, including in the air. I should have probably taken that shot, but you know, squirrel, I have to try. I missed him. That's okay. I've got other targets across the river here to capture my attention too. I've got a nice gap in the rock to shoot through here. I like this position on this map when you're on this side. He's moving. A difficult shot, but he's not. If I can just get reloaded before he takes a shot at me and messes up my gun. I think his first shot went across the river at the bulk of our forces. We'll try. There we go. It's a good hit. Didn't stop him though. Try one more. Yeah, I'll catch his cupola, but he actually was in a good... Oh, that was close. He's actually in a pretty good spot over there, and he almost tagged me. I pulled back at the last second. Now the fella on the other side of the river, well, the fellas on the other side of the river actually have some decent cover over there. So any targets that I get are ones that will have made a mistake and presented their sides to me as they're trying to move across. Most of them are probably going to be moving, so I'm going to see if I can do some damage. Oh, there's a guy silhouetted against the... Yeah. Silhouetted. That was a bad position for him to be in. Don't have a shot at him, though, which is unfortunate. However, apparently he has a shot at me, and they're laying an artillery on me, which is not ideal. So I'm going to move forward a little bit. Ah, here we go. More targets in the river. I like that. He's a little upset. I like that because their mobility is sharply reduced in the river. Well, we slowed him down, and the team finished him off. There's someone under cover of the rocks, but the team got him first. Well, my guys are doing pretty good. There we go. Got that little fella. And Benny's still with me, and he's also laying in some pretty effective fire of his own. I like having this Sherman up here beside me. It makes me feel like if somebody does creep up from behind, they're not going to get me. Now, I need to stop this fella before he advances too far. Okay, he's been tracked. He's on fire. Oh, and he blew up right before I got him. Yeah, we're in a good position here. Benny's accounted for 5 or 6 of his own. It's become a bit of a competition between us, I suppose. Oh, and did he... Benny? Dang it. Okay, first you were too late to support me, and now you're doing too good a job of supporting me. Slow down, buddy. You're raining on my parade. Okay, here we go. Waiting for the next target to poke its nose out. It looks like if I want to get a shot at anything, I'm going to have to expose myself. Oh, there's a Stug that has snuck across the river and is right below our position. So I've got a Lee over here with me, and Benny, and they're moving forward. Lee is just charging straight ahead. The match is just about to end, so I'm going to expose myself to enemy fire in hopes of getting this last kill. We're shoving him back. No, I want the shot. I want it. Oh, too late to get the last kill in. Well, let's see how we did. Ooh, 11 kills. I think 4 of those were AI tanks. 5 assists. That's not bad. I got 3rd. Well, at least I beat Benny. So he got 7 kills. Some guy got 8. Player kills. We were on fire that round. I'm very proud of the boys. They did good work. It looks like my practice with the T-34 is finally starting to bear fruit. You have a good day, and until I see you again, good hunting. Thanks for watching the video. If you haven't already, please consider clicking the subscribe button. And if you have already done that, I compliment you on your impeccable taste.